the pager initially goes off, there is a moment where your heart nearly stops. You don't really get used to the pager going off. You have a good idea this is going to be serious, that someone is in trouble in the middle of the night. I am Shane McCrudden, Kllybegs Coast Guard Unit, and I am the Deputy Officer in charge of the unit here the last 3 years. What appealed to me first was you see the vehicles in the boat throughout the years in the town. The boat more so launching at the slipway. She's a big orange rib, catches your eye every time you see it. I remember going down to the slipway and spoke to the crew about how do you go around joining the Kllybegs Coast Guard, and I was told to come to the station at the next Wednesday night training. What you did, I filled out my application form and thankfully I was picked to join the team. The Coast Guard started in Kllybegs in 1989. They started off with just green jumpers that they got embroidered, and it started off as the CCRS, which stands for Coast and Cliff Rescue Service. They used their own private vehicles. They didn't have their uniforms, they didn't have any gear at all. They were at the end of a phone. 2009, the station was designed and the money ring-fenced that we're currently in at the minute. It is a state-of-the-art building. It is the biggest station in the country out of 44 stations. And square footage, it's by a country mile. It's definitely the biggest. We have an operations room here at the top floor, and in the ops room we keep and file charts of all the areas that we be on operations for the boat. Also we have base set VHF radios here on the floor here, and also should there be a major emergency declared in the local area, this room will be used as to coordinate that incident. We have a meeting room, which is the hub basically of the station. That's where the meetings, the courses, the chats, that's where the debriefs happen after incident call-outs. That's where laughs are done. That's where tears are shed. The Coast Guard rib we have is an 8-metre delta, and on board there is 2 plotters for navigating. There's also 2 VHFs. We have 2 engines as well, 2 150 Yamaha horsepower engines. And the reason we double up on everything is, should we lose one, we have a secondary to either continue on the mission if it's safe to do so, but if not, it's to return the boat back to the station for to get maintenance work. Generally we have 4-wheel drives will be our main vehicle. We have commercials and crew cabs. We also have the cliff rescue vehicles, the vans with all the gear, all the climbing equipment inside. We have the Polaris Ranger, a very, very agile piece of equipment, very safe. Of course, in many ways, the most important piece of equipment we have is the pager. into the station, you're going through countless scenarios of what it could be. Then you're thinking, where are we going? Where's this boat needed? You find out where we're going.
Coast Guard Delta, this is Kllybegs Coast Guard Station, on channel P4, are you receiving?
And you don't make no knee-jerk reaction. Like there is a lot of thought put into it. There's a planning to be done. You start putting on your gear. You're talking to your crew. Whoever the coxswain is, he or she's the boss for this call out. The officer in charge is the overall boss of the unit, but once that boat touches the water, the coxswain of the boat is in charge. They make the decisions. They have a very serious, heavy burden on their shoulders, because not only are they looking after the boat, more importantly, they have 3 of a crew to look after. And our end game in anything, in any call out, any training exercise, any event, is that whoever goes out, everybody returns safely to their own homes, to their own families, to their own dinner tables. Your heart is racing, like it's adrenaline. If your heart didn't race for a call out, it wouldn't be normal. There's a lot of deep breaths. You take a lot of deep breaths from the minute the pager sounds till you get back to the after that. So like you're composing yourself and you're making sure what you do is the right thing to do. You do think about your family, because you just ran out the door at 3 o'clock in the morning. You've left your children, your partner, your wife behind. Because at the end of the day, we don't want to become casualties ourselves. We're no good to anybody if we're casualties.